I'm leaving you. Moving to Miami with my 20-year-old girlfriend. Emptied our joint account. LOL. Dead serious. No shaking hands. No dramatic gasp. Just a tiny eye twitch as I wrapped a silk scarf like nothing happened. After the customer left, I sent a quick reply. Good luck. My name's Avery. I'm 38. And apparently, I just got ghosted by my husband of 12 years. Via text. Classy, right? Well, Mark probably pictured me bawling into a tub of ice cream. I was cool as hell locking up my boutique. What he didn't know, I'd seen this SHT coming from a mile away. The late nights at work that didn't match his paycheck, the gym obsession, new cologne, fresh fits textbook, midlife crisis. 3 months back, I found a receipt for a fancy dinner for two, on a night he swore he was stuck at the office. So yeah, I opened a new bank account, quietly moved my savings, left just enough in the joint account to keep him comfy and clueless. The next text. Don't try to beg. Me and Melissa bounce tomorrow. I'll get my stuff later. Melissa, the new receptionist at his job. I'd met her, barely legal and already playing stepmom. Sweet girl, bless her heart, dumb as bricks. Did I text back? Nah. I called my lawyer. The moment's here. I said. She didn't even flinch. The papers are ready. Want him served in Miami? No rush. Let him flex a little longer. Then this gem dropped in. I know this must be tough. You're not exactly getting younger. But hey, at least you've got your little shop. Little shop. You mean the boutique I built from scratch that makes more money than his wannabe corporate gig, the one I purposely kept under my name, separate from the joint finances he just drained. I grinned thinking about the certified letters waiting to slap him in the face once he touched down in Florida. And the house. Please. He once asked me to put his name on the deed. Good thing I trusted my gut and never did. That house was my grandma's. It's mine always was. He sent another one. I know the store matters to you. We can split it fair and square. My store. My blood, sweat, and late-night wine sessions. I laughed, popped open that bottle of red I'd been saving for a special occasion. Guess what? This was it. By morning, his texts were getting spicy. What the hell did you do to the credit card? They won't honor our tickets. Hotel's canceled. Call me. Spoiler alert. Genius, don't commit fraud on a joint card and expect a vacation. Around noon, his mom called. Sweetheart, Mark told us everything. Said you've been controlling, and now you're messing with his travel plans out of spite. I put her on speaker while adjusting my window display. Oh, did he mention draining our joint account? Or using our shared credit card to book a lover's getaway with his barely legal girlfriend? Silence. Well, he did say you've been cold and distant lately. Barbara, I've got his texts. Want me to read you the one where he mocks my age or the one where he brags about stealing our money? No, thought so. My lawyer says I should keep contact with y'all to a minimum anyway. Bye now. By the afternoon, the family gossip mill was spinning. Mark and Melissa stuck in a sketchy budget motel near the airport. Turns out his personal cards were all maxed. Big oof. My lawyer rang. Emergency hearings Monday. We've got solid grounds to freeze the rest of his assets. You want him served at the motel? Oh, definitely. Let's send the party favors straight to room 103. Also, Melissa was apparently documenting their adventure on social like it was a honeymoon, oversharing Queen, every post, every flirty caption, more ammo. Then another text from Mark. You think you're so smart, I made copies of your boutique's financials. Half of that is mine. I forwarded it straight to my lawyer. Another win for the Mark's dumbass folder. I typed. Monday rolled around and oh honey, courtroom gold. Mark showed up looking like a Forever 21 clearance rack threw up on him. Tight designer jeans, flashy blazer, textbook trying too hard. Melissa stayed outside, probably rethinking every life decision. His lawyer tried the she's vindictive angle. Mine shut it down. No, Your Honor, she's smart. My client protected her separate assets while her husband was out here funding an affair with joint funds. Receipts. We had plenty. Texts, statements, hotel charges. That little LOL he added after draining the bank didn't age well under oath. The judge was not amused. Mr. Harrison, you admitted to using shared money for personal gain. And now you're claiming property clearly documented as separate. Mark stuttered. I was just trying to make a clean break. By committing financial fraud, the judge deadpanned. The final blow, all joint assets are frozen. You have 24 hours to return the funds. But the money's gone, Mark said. Then I suggest you figure it out. Iconic. Outside the courtroom, Melissa asked him if their Miami trip was still happening. His response drowned out by the sound of my heels clicking down the marble hallway like the queen I am. The weeks that followed straight-up karma buffet. Mark tried to rewrite history, claimed he came up with the boutique idea, said he invested early on, even had the audacity to say he'd always been my business partner. Cute. Too bad my records were airtight. Receipts, bank logs, emails, all under my name since day one. He's grasping at straws, my lawyer said. And according to Melissa's Instagram, they're now shacked up in her shoebox apartment. Yeah, turns out, dating a broke 45-year-old man-child wasn't the dream she pictured. Even his family started flipping. His sister Amanda stopped by the boutique, eyes wide as she stroked a silk scarf. I'm sorry. We believed him at first. But then we saw the screenshots. What he said about you. About your age. That wasn't the brother I knew. His mom called crying. I raised him better than this. I don't know what happened to him. I let it go to voicemail. Weeks ago, their opinions might have mattered. Now they were just background noise to a much better soundtrack, the cha-ching of online orders rolling in. Ironically, gossip fueled my business. Women came in droves to support the boss lady who clapped back with court docs. They bought everything: dresses, bags, self-respect. My ex tried the same thing. One customer whispered, he thought he could gut me in the divorce. Didn't see me coming either. Mark, meanwhile, was spiraling. I still got texts from him. The usual toxic cocktail rage, guilt-tripping, desperation. You ruined everything. You'll regret being this cruel. That shop would be nothing without me. I didn't reply, just forwarded them to my lawyer. Let him keep digging his own grave, I was just handing him the shovel. Word was, Melissa started wising up. Living with a midlife crisis man-child who complains about your closet space gets old fast. She posted some learning to love myself quotes, then quietly removed in a relationship from her profile. Almost felt bad for the guy. Almost. But then I remembered that first text LOL. And suddenly, the pity turned back into champagne-worthy pride. The final divorce hearing, chef's kiss. Mark showed up looking defeated, wearing clothes from his pre-crisis closet. Melissa MIA. Rumor was she'd moved on with a dude her own age who didn't need a co-signer for rent. His lawyer tried one last Hail Mary. He gave her emotional support. That counts for something. My lawyer didn't even blink. Oh, you mean like these texts where he called her business a hobby and mocked her age? Yeah, the judge had seen enough. I walked out of court with my house, my boutique, and every penny I'd protected. Mark got his old car and a key to his childhood bedroom. You planned this, he hissed. You knew this would happen. No, I said, slipping on my sunglasses. I just paid attention. You didn't. His mom was waiting to drive him home. No, Not to Miami, to her house, back where he started, 6 months after the ink dried on the divorce papers. I opened my second boutique. The irony. The little shop he mocked now had 2 thriving locations, 3 new hires, and an online store blowing up nationwide. Meanwhile, Mark was apparently still living in his mom's guest room, swiping on dating apps like a sad throwback to his glory days. Too bad for him, women his age didn't want a broke man with baggage, and younger women had already heard the tea straight from Melissa's Instagram. Screenshots, rants, all of it. Oh, and his job. Yeah, HR got involved. Something about inappropriate workplace relationships and fraternization policies. He didn't get the promotion he was gunning for. Guess they preferred to promote people who didn't dip into the intern pool. Word on the street was he tried to cry ageism. HR added that complaint to his file. Bonus points. Then one random Thursday, Amanda, his sister, walked into the boutique. "I just wanted to say thank you," she muttered. "You showed all of us who he really was. He fooled us, played the victim like a pro. But seeing how he acted after I'm embarrassed, I ever believed him. Mark's still trying to fight the divorce ruling. Filed petitions. Claimed I manipulated the system. One argument that his haha text after draining the account was just a joke. Even the judge laughed at that one. Does LOL make theft legal now, she asked, while he spiraled deeper into delusion. I was getting featured in Forbes Local. Not as a divorced woman done wrong, as a savvy business owner who knew how to protect her damn assets. College students and young entrepreneurs started DMing me for advice. Always trust your gut. I told them. And no, protecting yourself isn't paranoia. It's called being smart. Mark's mom still called once in a while, mostly to vent. Apparently, he'd tried online gambling. Then a pyramid scheme. Just one bad decision after another. We offered to help him. She sighed. But he won't take accountability. Still blames you. And Melissa. And the judge. And everyone. I nodded politely, then hung up. That drama, not my circus anymore. I had other things on my plate, like scouting a location for boutique number 3. Oh, and remember that LOL text. It's framed now, in my office. Right under it, a plaque that says, "Success is the best revenge." 1 year after the divorce, I threw a grand opening for the 3rd location. Local press showed up. Not to ask about the split, but to profile a woman building a fashion empire. Guess who walked in during the ribbon-cutting Melissa? The OG mistress. She looked nervous. Younger than ever, or maybe I just looked stronger. "I owe you an apology," she said, clutching her purse like it could deflect judgment. "I believed everything he said. That you were cold, controlling. But then, he pulled the same crap on me. I kept setting up a sunglass display. Those weren't dreams he was chasing. I said, they were escapes. Big difference." She nodded slowly. "He tried to move into my place after you froze the accounts. Complained about the size of my closet. Told me to take out a loan." I laughed. Let me guess, once his crypto popped off, everything would be fine. "Exactly," she sighed. "I'm dating someone my age now. We split rent, student loans, and ramen, but it's real, not a fantasy." After she left, my assistant whispered, "Was that the girlfriend?" "No." I smiled. That was just another girl who learned the same lesson I did. Fast forward a few years. The boutique. Now 5 locations deep, 30 employees, national press, magazine spreads, TikTok virality. The little shop Mark called my hobby. Yeah, That hobby was paying mortgages, not just mine, but others. Meanwhile, Mark finally crawled out of his parents' house. Into what? You ask? A sad little apartment above someone's garage. Took a job with lower pay after his old company downsized. His dating profile still listed him as young at heart. The photo, at least 10 years and 20 pounds ago. The kicker, Melissa, yep. The receptionist turned ex became a regular customer at my first boutique. She started her own social media consulting biz, earned her degree. One day she told me, "You inspired me. You showed me how a woman can build something real instead of falling for fairy dust and frat boy promises." You know what I kept on my office wall? That original text from Mark. "Have fun with your little shop. At least it'll keep you busy in your old age. LOL. Under it, my latest business award, right next to a sign that read, "Build an empire so big, they choke on your name when they talk about you." At the 5-year anniversary celebration of Boutique Number 1, I stood in front of a crowd of staff, press, and longtime customers. From a single location to a flagship empire, I had officially become the woman people pointed to when they said, "Don't mess with her." Guess who showed up? Mark's mom, in one of my dresses. She waited till the crowd thinned, came over, eyes a little sad but proud. "I saw Mark yesterday," she said softly, still talking about his glory days. Still thinks he lost everything in the divorce. I raised an eyebrow. He didn't lose it. He threw it away. She nodded. "He doesn't get it. Still believes you were supposed to fall apart. Instead, you built this." Behind me, my latest hire. Another young woman named Melissa, of all names, came over to ask about our new inventory system. She was quick, sharp, and full of fire, just like I'd been before life tried to dull me down. I caught my reflection in the store window, and for a second, I thought about the woman Mark tried to break. She wasn't gone. She'd just evolved into someone stronger, smarter, impossible to manipulate. He thought his text was the final chapter. Turns out it was just my origin story.